Hello, future billionaires. Tyrone Dukes here, small business coach with iManagement Solutions. I took about 5 weeks off, as you noticed, but I want to promise you I'm going to get you caught up on 5 weeks worth of videos. So what I'm going to do is release videos simultaneously throughout the weeks so that you're all caught up. But let's get straight to the point here. A couple of weeks ago, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg had a conference call with employees. The intent of that conference call was to let the lowest performing employees know that if you're not currently cutting it right now and you're performing at a very low pace, you might want to start looking for a job. And the reason why this occurs is because Facebook profits has been on a decline. With the inflation that's occurring in the market at this given point in time, and with the addition of the GDP for 2 quarters has declined. So that's an indication that we're currently heading toward a recession based on economic indicators. When the GDP is pretty much faced with a decline for 2 straight quarters, that is defined as a recession. However, since we have an increase of jobs in certain markets, they really don't want to call it a recession quite yet. Now, I know here in Georgia, we're seeing an increase of jobs, so we're not in a decline in terms of economic downturn. However, in some parts of the country, there are experiencing some form of layoffs in certain parts of the country. They're laying off or actually having hiring freezes. So during this past week, the Feds raised the interest rate. And the reason the Feds raised the interest rate because they're trying to slow down consumer spending. Right now, we're already in a period where we're in inflation, right? Where the prices have skyrocketed on almost everything. And consumer spending continues to be out of control. So in order to let the supply catch up with the demand, the Fed is going to continually raise their interest rate. So that's going to affect the market, right? It's going to affect certain parts of the market where consumer spending is going to slow down and pretty much the demand is going to decrease, which is going to affect some industries. And that could affect your industry, right? So you have to start preparing as that aspiring entrepreneur. If you're currently on someone else's job right now, what you want to start doing is going ahead and putting your plan of action to start your small business now so that you can have a plan B in place in the event that you do get hit with a layoff or whatever you get hit with, decrease in pay. You want to be prepared to start your small business if you haven't already done so. And the small business that I do recommend, if you have not started a business at all, I do recommend you get started with that notary signing agent business. Now, a couple weeks ago, I created a video on how to start a notary signing agent business. I'll put that link to the description of that video in this current video so that you can get started with that. The other businesses that I do recommend that you get started with also, if you haven't already done so, get started in transportation. There's going to be billions of dollars that are going to be put in from the federal government to help small businesses in that area. There's going to be probably all sorts of loans and grants that are going to be allocated toward the area. So I recommend that you do get started in transportation also. But the reason why I'm recommending, first of all, to get started with that notary signing agent business, because as we pretty much go through this increased interest rate, the inflation, this is going to cause an economic downturn to some parts of the country. Now, here in Georgia, we're not experiencing any job loss. We're seeing a decrease in our gas prices and everything. But some parts of the country is going to experience some kind of hardship, right? And so what's going to happen with that, you're going to start seeing, mortgage refinances. People are going to be selling their homes to pretty much bring cash in the house. There's going to be, some form of debt consolidation where, they're going to be, needing loan signed. All of that requires a notary signing agent. And that's why I'm recommending that if you have not started a business, that you do get started with the notary signing agent business. So if you enjoyed today's video, like this video, subscribe, and we'll see you in our next upcoming video release.